Hey road trippers, this video is all about rental cars and tolls, and I'd like to thank Richard Dugan for commenting on my video to ask for this video to get more information on tolls. Now I did mention this a little bit on my one-way rentals, but this video is a little bit more in depth because I think this deserves its own video. Without further ado, here are 6 tips about rental cars and tolls. Number 1, know if you even need to use tolls while you have the rental car. If you don't need to use tolls or not going on any toll roads or toll bridges, then you don't need to know any more information. Have a great day. And if you do need to know, stick around and watch the rest of the video. I got more to go. Tip number 2, do not use the transponder from your personal vehicle. Why not? Well, because a lot of times, I know in my state, that transponder is actually electronically linked to my license plate. I think I might be able to make some phone calls and do some blah 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 and then get it to work then. Fine, if you find out that works for you, then do that. But in general, I would recommend not using your own personal transponder. If you know something better, hey, leave a comment below and let me know if you have a better solution. I'm all ears for that. Number 3 is about going across multiple states. One transponder doesn't work for all states right now at the time of this recording, and I know a little bit about the technology, and I'd really like to know how they would even make that work. And I guess there's some kind of legislation that's supposed to make that happen in whatever year it is supposed to happen. At this point, that's not passed, so be careful about going multi-state, because I know that the easy pass I passed, that all, like northern Indiana or Indiana and Illinois, they work all the way to New York, but I know they don't work in Florida, and I know they don't work in Oklahoma, so there are incompatibilities between systems. Make sure you research a little bit of information and find out if the transponder they have is going to work where you're going to go. Ask them what it works, and if they have one they have one like for each state that you can put in the car, great. But in general, make sure you've done a little bit of homework so you know. If you're only going through one state, or you're only in one state and it's in the state the rental car is in, you're probably just fine. Number 4 is a big one: fees. You want to make sure you know what this rental company is going to charge you. Some of them have an exorbitant administration fee. I have had a lot of good luck with budget. I've heard some bad things about other companies charging a huge $90 administration fee. I don't know what that's about. I don't know if it was because they didn't talk to them ahead of time and have it set up or what. But you want to make sure you are completely aware of whatever fees are going to be charged you for this, because it goes straight onto your card. They don't ask, they just do it. And number 5, even if you have a transponder in their car, you don't have to use it usually. A lot of them will have like some kind of box or something that shields the transponder so it doesn't actually charge the toll. Why would you do that? Well, you may just want to pay cash. If you want to pay cash at every stop, that's fine, and make sure you keep your receipt, because if that transponder actually gets charged, you want to have a receipt and prove it. I think that's going to be a long and painful situation if they charge you on the transponder and you've paid cash, and now you have to go and prove to them they've paid cash, because then they have to get the money back, and it's a long drawn out thing, and they may actually charge you an administration fee for that or not. My opinion, they shouldn't charge you anything because it's their fault. They gave you something to block it. It should block it. Plain and simple. And number 6, you want to be on the lookout for toll roads that charge by plate, by the license plate on the car. There are no cash lanes, there are no transponders. They basically take a picture of the license plate and send the owner of that license plate a bill. And since you're in a rental car, they're going to charge the rental company that bill. And then have a whole lot of stuff they got to do in the rental company, find out who was driving that car at that time. And this may be where you get charged a large amount of money for an administration fee, because somebody has to do the research or something extra has to happen, which probably is not the best thing. I do know that driving down in Miami, Florida, they have one like that, and it's one of the main ways to get down to the Keys. So if you're planning on driving to the Keys and you're north of Miami, keep in mind, you probably will hit that license plate toll system. I don't particularly like it, because they took me almost 2 months to bill me, and that could be a big issue, because again, the rental company is going to charge your card directly, and that might happen a month or 2 after you've already been there, and you're like, hey, wait a minute, what's this? So keep an eye out for those toll-by-plates toll roads. They are a pain in the butt in a rental car. Now, I do have a link in the description below that shows the tolls for like 26 states in Puerto Rico in the United States, and it shows you kind of where they're at and what they're doing. And this can help you be a guide. I don't know how inclusive it is. I don't know if it has all of them in the US, but this will definitely give you a good start, if not complete information on doing your research for using tolls when you're driving a rental car, or even when you're not driving a rental car. I would like to thank Richard Dugan for the idea of this video. Thank you very much. I hope you found these tips to be helpful. If you'd like to see some more videos like this, go ahead and click the subscribe button. And I would actually like to thank all of the new subscribers that have come around. Thank you very much. Share the video, and you can follow us on Twitter and on Facebook. And until next time, safe travels. And I do have a link in the description below that shows a that's what it shows. It shows craziness. Okay, so let's try this, right? To know is, do I even need to know? No. Number 1, know if you even need to know about, no. Blah, 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 blah. Stick around, I'll tell you the rest of the tour. Tip number, no, itchy nose. Tip number 2,